So previously we have written entire logic for logged in user cart. Now what we will do, we are going to write the else part where we will be writing the logic for guest user. Previously, if you have not watched this complete logic, I suggest you please watch that because this is the continuation of our if else statement. So previously we have worked on the if part. Now we are going to work on the else part where we will be writing logic for guest user. Now if the user is a guest, if the user is not logged in, then entire cart information we will not be storing inside the database. Instead, we will be storing inside session. So what I will do, I'm just going to check if is set. I will be checking for my session cart. Session, and here I'm just going to pass the variable as cart. If my session cart is not set, then what I will do, I'm just going to initialize this cart with empty array. Same thing, copy and paste, and inside this we will be having key value pairs. Okay, if our session cart is not set, then we are just going to initialize this session cart with empty array. After initializing, here below this, we are just going to check whether the product is already present inside the cart or not. Okay, basically already inside the session or not. If it is present, of course, we are going to update the quantity. If it is not present, then we are going to insert that item inside the session cart. So here, copy this same thing. Here I will be pasting, and inside this cart, pass this array. For this 0 key, I am having some cart. For this 1 key, I am having some cart. In this way, my data will be stored. And then here, I'm just going to pass my product ID. And my product ID is stored inside this variable. Okay, inside this cart, just imagine my product ID is 8. So this is already present inside the session. So in that case, what I have to do, I simply have to update the quantity. So same thing, copy, paste, and what I have to do, I just have to increase by 1. Simply updating the quantity. Now copy the same message, product quantity updated, copy and paste. If it is not present, okay, if this condition fails, that means product ID is not present inside the cart. In that case, copy. Here I will be pasting. Remove this. Now instead of plus equal to, I simply have to assign 1. Here I will write product added to cart successfully. Copy, and here I am going to paste. Once this is done, we have to redirect to prevent adding duplicate items inside the cart. So here I will be creating one variable. Variable name, I will be passing redirect URL. Then I will be using this function string token. Using this string token function, we are just going to tokenize the string. Basically, we are just going to break a string using the delimiter which we have provided. So inside this, to access that, I will be writing server, and then here I am just going to write request URI. Okay, whatever URL we are having, it will be giving that. Let me write request URI, and from where I have to separate, I just have to separate from question mark. Okay, in this way we are just doing. Before that, this entire thing will not be coming inside the if part. Here I will be removing this curly braces. Why? Because only this particular line has to be executed if this condition is false. This entire thing should not be executed based on this. Only this particular line will be executed based on this. If this is not set, we are just initializing with empty array. Then we are performing the logic. Now save this project, refresh once. Okay, we are having some issues with the insert query. Let me scroll up to 99, insert into cart details. Okay, here I have closed, remove this. In this way, I'm just going to close. Refresh once, error has gone. Click on this add to cart. You can see I'm having this URL, and from this question mark, it is simply going to remove, and I will be having my URL with me. And that URL, we are just passing inside this redirect URL. Then I will be using echo. You can also use header. Let me write echo script tag, and then I'm just going to close script tag. Okay, it is echo, and inside this I will write window dot location dot href, And where I have to redirect, I have to redirect to this redirect URL. I will copy. Why I am doing this? Because again, if the page refresh, I do not want to add the same item inside the cart. Basically, I do not want to increase its quantity. And then close with semicolon. And after echo, simply I'm just going to exit. Okay. So that my execution will be stopping at this line. I will not proceed further. My execution is going to stop at this point. Again come here, refresh. Okay, we are not having any errors. Now come to cart.php. Below this, simply I'm just going to call this function. I will write cart. That's it. Now come here, refresh once, click on add to cart. Inside cart.php, I have called the function. Now open toast notification.php, and above this, I'm just going to check for the condition. If function exists, my function name is cart. If this function exists, then what I have to do, I just have to call this cart function. Only then entire functionality will be working. Okay, whatever toast messages I have given, everything will be working. But before seeing the output, let us come to common functions.php. This is very large function. So one by one, let us check if this entire logic is correct. If we are having some issues, we are just going to fix the issues. So we are checking whether this is set or not. Then we are converting to integer. We are checking if the user is logged in or not. Then we are accessing username. We are selecting user ID from username, executing, getting the result. Then we have fetched, and whatever fetched result we are having, from there we are getting user ID. Then we are checking if the item is already present inside the cart or not. And then this is not number of rows, it is num rows. If this is greater than 0, then we are going to update the quantity inside the cart. If it is equal to 0, then we are going to insert the item inside the cart. Then inside the else part, we are writing the code for guest user, and here we should also write is set. Okay, some issues while coding, and then I'm just going to close. Okay, if our cart is not set, then we are just going to initialize cart with empty array, and cart and this get product is set. Then what we will do, we are simply going to update the quantity. If it is not set, we are simply going to add the items inside the cart. And this else part, this entire information will not be stored inside the database. And inside the else itself, I have passed this redirect. So it should be outside of this else. For both logged in user and for guest user, this redirection has to be working. And this is URI, not URL. This is URI. And inside cart function, we have called, and inside post notification, we are checking if the function exists, then simply call the function. Now come to project, refresh once, everything is fine. Add this item to cart. I am having product added to cart successfully. But here user is not logged in. Come here, refresh the database. You can see inside the database product will not be added. I have added memory box. I am having product added to cart successfully. Now again I will add. You can see instead of added to cart, now I will have product quantity updated inside the cart. Okay, this is for guest user. Now what I will do, I'm just going to log in with the user, Seema, password 1234, and click on login. Now successfully I have logged in and I have redirected to profile page. Come to home page. I am having welcome Seema, login successful. Now come to database, refresh once. Inside the database, I am not having anything. Now Seema will be adding. Okay, I am having unknown quantity in the field. Why? Because inside the database, I have given wrong spelling, and here I have passed quantity. So what I will do, I'm just going to change the spelling. Click on the structure, click on this edit, or click on change, and here I will be writing quantity, and then click on save. Okay, column name is updated. Refresh once. Okay, now everything is fine. Add this item to cart. Product added to cart successfully. Refresh the database. I am having cart ID, user ID, which user has given, product ID, which product I have added, how much quantity I am having, and also I am having this date, at what time and date this product is inserted. Now for SEMA, let us check the user ID. You can see for SEMA, user ID is 3 and product ID, I am having 4. Let us add the same item again, add to cart. Now product quantity is updated inside the cart. Now come to cart details table, refresh once. Now you can see quantity is 2. In this way, for guest user and for logged in user, we are writing two different logic. Guest user data should not be stored inside the database, but logged in user data has to be stored inside the database. I hope you are clear with this entire logic, and whatever issues I am facing, I am teaching you because maybe while typing or while writing the code, you will miss something or you will miss some functionality, some typing mistake. Each and everything you have to resolve while doing coding. Unless and until you don't do mistakes, you will not learn anything. You will not explore coding. So that is the reason whatever mistakes or whatever errors I am having, I am showing you, and also I am telling you how to resolve that so that you can get proper result. Successfully, we have completed this entire cart function. Later on, still we are going to work on cart, but whatever items we are having inside the cart, we will fetch the items based on that particular user. We will display their items. We will be performing entire operations.